All right, another anime movie that I know absolutely about. Is it worth your time, though? Let's find out. Chase Miyake here with the Blue Futon reviewing My Hero Akademia. You're next. So what's this about? Pretty simple premise. So like I said, I'm new to this series and I will watch anything in movies. And the point of kind of like these anime ones is, can you still enjoy the movie without knowing jack crap about the anime? But anyway, this movie is about, of course, Class A, and they are having to battle this new foe, which wants to be the leader, if you want to put it that way, because apparently the main Class A hero, if you want to put it that way, his powers are gone. He's kind of given it to other classmates, or sorry, he's the pupil and he's given it to the students. But there's one scene, I guess, from a past anime where he's like, "You're next. You could take my spot." And there's this one European mafia boss that thinks he's talking to him. And so now he's going to just go tenfold, make his own civilization, and have people bow down to him. But these Class A My Hero Academias are not going to stand for it, as well as some more professional heroes. So, did I like this film? I thought it was a fun little anime. So when going into this, right, there was one 4DX showing. Unfortunately, I was gone on a Monday, so I couldn't watch it in 4DX. So that's a bummer there. But with this movie, right? Apparently this is movie 4 out of the series. I don't know how many seasons there are for this show, but there might be some things where a newbie like me comes into it and goes, "What's up with some of these powers?" Because some of these powers make no goddamn sense. A tape measure, a frog, some other things where you're just like, a lot of birdmen. There's, a couple zero gravity folks. There's an invisible girl. And yes, there's like 3 different teams, right? And they each have like 5 or 6 people on a team. And I understand this movie is not for newcomers because they don't explain any of these people's powers. Understandable. Like, we understand, but it's not like where you're like, I just don't understand these powers. You can understand the powers if you just watch it for fun. But if you want to understand why a guy could just have a lot of tape in his body, or some people are shaped the way they are, you're not going to get that if you're a newbie like this person. The animation, crisp, clean, fun, bombastic, action-packed. And I do think if you had a chance to see some 4DX, you would not be disappointed because the action is non-stop, through in and throughout, bombastic, and fun to watch. There's a good side story with this girl who also has these quote-unquote powers. I know I'm saying all these definitions wrong for the show. Slap me in the face, I don't care. But her main power is any person who touches her that is not compatible will kind of go in this daze, right? Or get passes out. But if you are compatible with her, that your powers are like 10 freaking fold. What I do find weird that all this Italian or European mafia are compatible with her. It doesn't really explain that, but it is what it is. But when you're going into this movie, expect action. Expect good comic relief characters. Expect just the Japanese style of filmmaking, Japanese style of dialogue, and Japanese style of humor, and you're going to really enjoy yourself. Again, there's good character development with this movie, especially with this one guy that needs to kill this girl, and you get to know her backstory. However, when it comes to some of the dialogue, I'm going to call it cheesy, but it's kind of cheesy because of just the whole power level. If you know what I mean, it's like, no, we could do this as a team. And it's like, no, we could fix everything together with perfect harmony. And you're like, and you're just like, sometimes the world isn't like that. And that's why I kind of like animes that aren't like that. Yes, this one is more on the, lower PG-13 scale when it comes to the blood, when it comes to all this. Ain't no Demon Slayer where it's like, oh, shit kebab, shit's going down, blood's going everywhere, and people are dying. This is more of the PG-13 crowd of, like I said, you can do it, everyone's perfect harmony, and you know who's going to die or pass out, because the real quote unquote deaths in this movie are off screen, and you really don't know if they're really dead or just passed out or knocked the F out. So when it comes to stakes in this movie, it's not that high. Like I said, PG-13, you're not going to get that style. Like I said, I don't know anime. I'm sorry, so slap me in the face. So overall, My Hero Academia, You're Next. The You're Next is about who is going to take place of this headmaster Hîrô, because apparently also it's only in Japan we're having this issue and struggle, but there are issues around the world, but Japan's somehow like stuck in this, dystopia, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, I'm 0 for 4 when it comes to the movies. It's the fourth one. I'm watching the fourth one. I haven't seen a single freaking episode, so that's 100% my fault. But going as a newbie in, you can't understand what's happening. You still can't enjoy it. However, you're going to watch some of these powers and you'll be like, those are some stupid ass powers for some of these students. And let's just say if I woke up and you're like, your power's going to be having a tape measure coming out of my elbows, I'm going to be freaking pissed. But good animation, some good comic relief, and an overall action-packed movie. So My Hero Academia, You're Next will receive a 3.5 out of 5 Futons, which equals that 70%. Let's see what the critics and user scores gave this one. So critics a 92% with 12 of them, audience score a 93% with over 500, no critic consensus. So you have the 92, 93, 70. Like I said, the 70 is for a newbie. Those 92s and 93s are probably for people who love this series. Chase Miyake here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of the things, Futontopia. You Booftonians, think you're watching. Have a great day. You can watch this tape tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. I think there's one more anime movie coming out in November, but I could be wrong.